I pass like night.
From land to land, I have strange power of speech.
The moment that his face
I see, I know the man that must hear me.
to him
My tale I teach.
The moment that his face
I see,
I know the man that must hear me. To him my tale I teach.
By thy long grey beard and glittering eye, now wherefore stoppeth thou me? The bridegroom's doors are opened wide, and I am next of kin. The guests are met, the feast is set, let us hear the merry din.
There was a ship.
Hold off, unhand me, grey-beard loon.
There was a ship. She wrote to me, my darling son, come home from sea. The ship's a home for you and me, and leave away the anchor. I thought I heard the first mate say, I treat the crew in a decent way. A glass of whiskey all around and a portal for the shouting band. Heave away, heave away, heave away, heave away, heave away, heave away, heave away the anchor. Heave away, heave away, heave away, heave away, heave away. Heave away the anchor. My mother, she wrote to me, my darling son, come home from sea. The ship's a home for you and me, and heave away the anchor. We have the first mate say, I treat my crew in a decent way. A glass of whiskey all around, and a bottle full for the shouting band.
The ship was cheered.
Hooray!
The harbour cleared. Merrily did we drop. Below the kirk, below the hill, below the lighthouse top. The sun came up upon the left, out of the sea came he, and he shone bright, and on the right went down into the sea.
Higher and higher, every day, till over the mast at noon. And now the storm blast came, and he was tyrannous and strong. He struck with his overtaking winds and chased us south along. With sloping mast and dipping prow, as who pursued with yell and blow, still treads the shadow of his foe, and forward bends his head. The ship drove fast, loud roared the blast, and southward, aye, we fled.
And now there came both mist and snow, and it grew wondrous cold. The ice, mast high, came floating by, as green as emerald. And through the drifts, the snowy cliffs did send a dismal sheen. Nor shapes of men, nor beasts we ken, the ice was all between. The ice was here, the ice was there, the ice was all around. It crackled, and growled, and roared, and howled, like noises in a swound.
At length did cross an albatross. Through the fog it came, as if it had been a Christian soul. We hailed it in God's name. It ate the food it ne'er had eat, and round it flew. The ice did split. The thunder bit. The helmsman steered us through.
Hooray!
And a good south wind sprang up behind. Albatross did follow, and came every day, for food or play, came to the mariner's hollow.
In mist or cloud, on mast or shroud, it perched for vespers 9, whiles all the night, through fog smoke white, glimmered the white moonshine.
God save thee, ancient mariner, from the fiends that plague thee thus. Why lookest thou so?
With my crossbow I shot the albatross.
With my crossbow, I shot the albatross.
The sun now rose upon the right, out of the sea came he, still hid in mist, and on the left went down into the sea. And the good south wind still blew behind, but no sweet bird did follow, nor any day for food or play came to the mariner's hollow.
You have done a hellish thing, and it will work us woe.
O mariner, you have killed the bird that makes the breeze to blow.
Ah, wretch, this day the bird to slay that makes the breeze to blow.
Nor dim, nor red, like God's own head, the glorious sun uprest. Then all averred.
You have killed the bird that brought the fog and mist. 'Twas right that day such bird to slay that bring the fog and mist.
The fair breeze blew, the white foam flew, the furrow followed free. We were the first that ever burst into that silent sea.
Down dropped the breeze. The sails dropped down. 'Twas sad as sad could be, and we did speak only to break
the silence of the sea, all in a hot and copper sky. The bloody sun at noon, right up above the mast did stand, no bigger than the moon.
Day after day, day after day, we've stuck, nor breath nor motion, as idle as a painted ship upon a painted ocean. Water, water everywhere, and all the boards did shrink.
Water, water everywhere, not any drop to drink.
The very deep did rot.
O Christ, that ever this should be!
Ye slimy things do crawl with legs upon a slimy sea.
About, in reel and rout, the death fires danced at night. The water, like a witch's oils, burned green and blue and white. And some in dreams assured were of the spirit that plagued us so.
9 fathom deep he has followed us from the land of mist and snow.
And every tongue, through utter drought, is withered at the root.
I cannot speak, no more than if I had been choked with soot.
Ah, well a day! What evil looks had I from old and young! Instead of the cross, the albatross about my neck was hung.
There passed a weary time. Each throat was parched, and glazed each eye.
A weary time, a weary time.
How glazed each weary eye, when looking westward I beheld
A something in the sky.
at first it seemed.
little speck.
And then it seemed
A mist.
It moves,
and took at last a sudden shape.
I wish.
A speck.
A mist.
A shape.
I wish. And still, it neared. I wished. As if it dodged a water sprite. It plunged and tapped and veered.
With throats unslaked, with black lips baked, we could not laugh or wail.
Through utter drought, all dumb we stood.
I bit my arm.
I sucked the blood.
And cried.
A sail! A sail!
With throats unslaked, with black lips baked, agape they heard me call.
Gramercy!
They for joy did grin. And all at once their breath drew in, as they were drinking all.
See,
See!
she taxed no more, hither to work us weal.
Without a breeze, without a tide, she steadied with upright keel.
The western wave was all aflame, the day was well nigh done. Almost upon the western wave rested the broad, bright sun.
When that strange shape drove suddenly twixt us and the sun.
And straight the sun was flecked with bars. Heaven's mother, send us grace. As if through a dungeon grate he peered, with broad and burning face. Alas, thought I, and my heart beats loud, how fast she nears and nears. Are those her sails that glance in the sun like restless gossameres? Are those her ribs through which the sun doth peer as through a grate?
And women all her crew.
And are there two?
Is death that woman's mate?
Her lips are red, her looks are free, her locks are yellow as gold, her skin is as white as leprosy. The nightmare, life and death is she, who thicks man's blood with cold.
The naked hulk alongside came, and the twain were casting dice.
The game is done! I've won!
I've won! And then she whistles thrice.
Sun's rim dips.
The stars shout.
At one stride comes the dark.
With far heard whisper, as he
Shot the spectre bark.
We listened and looked sideways up.
Fear at my heart!
As at a cup,
my life blood seemed to sip.
The stars were dim and thick the night.
The steersman's face by his lamp gleamed white.
From the sails the dew did drip.
till clomb above the eastern bar.
The horned moon.
With one bright star.
Within the nether tip.
One after
one.
By the star dog's moon.
Too quick for groan or sigh.
Each turned his face with a ghastly pang.
and cursed me with his eye. 4 times 50 living men,
and I heard nor sigh nor groan.
With heavy thump, a lifeless lump,
They dropped down one by one. The souls did from their bodies fly.
They fled to bliss or woe, and every soul it passed me by, like the wisp of Rime.
I fear the ancient mariner. I fear thy skinny hand. And thou art long and lank and brown, as is the ribbed sea sand. I fear thee, and thy glittering eye, and thy skinny hand so brown.
Fear not, thou wedding guest. This body dropped not down.
alone, alone.
Alone on a wide, wide sea.
And never a saint took pity on
My soul in agony.
The many men, so beautiful, and they all dead did lie.
And 1,000 slimy things lived on.
And so did I.
I looked upon the rotting sea and drew my eyes away.
I looked upon the rotting deck, and there the dead men lay.
I closed my lids and kept them closed, and the balls like pulses beat. From the sky and the sea, and the sea and the sky, lay like a load on my weary eye, and the dead were at my feet.
1,000 slimy things lived on.
And so did I.
The moving moon went up the sky, and nowhere did abide. Softly she was going up, and a star or two beside.
But where the ship's huge shadow lay, the charmed water, bird or wave, a still and awful thread.
Beyond the shadow of the ship, I watched the water snakes. They moved in tracks of shining white, and when they reared, the elfish light fell off in hoary flakes.
Within the shadow of the ship, I watched their rich attire. Blue, glossy green, and velvet black, they coiled and swam, and every track was a flash of golden fire.
Oh, happy living things, no tongue their beauty might declare. A spring of love gushed from my heart, and I blessed them, unaware.
Self-same moment I could pray, and from my neck so free, the albatross fell off
and sank
Like lead.
into the sea.
Oh, sleep. 'Tis a gentle thing, beloved from pole to pole. To Mary Queen, the praise be given. She sent this gentle sleep from heaven that slid into my soul.
The salty buckets on the deck that had so long remained, I dreamt that they were filled with dew, and when I awoke, it rained.
My lips were wet, my throat was cold, my garments were all dank. Sure I had drunken in my dreams, and still my body drank.
I moved and could not feel my limbs. I was so light, almost I thought that I had died in sleep, and I was a blessed ghost.
And soon I heard a roaring wind. It did not come anear, but with its sound it shook the sails that were so thin and sere.
The upper air burst into life, and 100 fire flags sheen. To and fro they hurried about, and to and fro, and in and out, the wan stars danced between.
And the coming wind did roar more loud, the sails did sigh like sedge, and the rain poured down from one black cloud. The moon was at its edge.
The loud wind never reached the ship, yet now the ship sails on. Beneath the lightning and the moon, the dead men gave a groan.
They groaned, they stirred, they all uprose, nor spake, nor moved their eyes.
It had been strange,
Even in a dream,
To have seen those dead men rise.
The helmsman steered, the ship moved on, yet never a breeze up blew. The mariners all gan work the ropes, where they were wont to do. They raised their limbs like lifeless tools. We were a ghastly crew.
The body of my brother's son stood by me, knee to knee.
The body and I pulled at one rope, but he said naught to me.
he toiled where he was wont to do, without respite or rest.
'Twas not those souls that fled in pain, to which their courses came again,
but a troop of spirits blessed.
But when it dawned,
they dropped their arms and clustered round the mast.
Sweet sounds rose slowly through their mouths, and from their bodies passed. Around, around flew each sweet sound, then darted to the sun. Slowly the sounds came back again, now mixed, now one by one. And now 'twas like all instruments, now like a lonely flute. And now it is an angel song that makes the heavens be mute.
It ceased, yet still the sails made on, a pleasant noise till noon.
a noise like of a hidden brook in the leafy month of June.
That too the sleeping woods all night singeth a quiet tune.
Till noon we quietly sailed on, yet never a breeze did breathe.
Slowly and smoothly went the ship, moved onwards from beneath.
under the keel line fathomed deep, from the land of mist and snow, the spirit slid,
And it was he that made the ship to go.
Sounds at noon left off their tune, and the ship stood still also. The sun, right above the mast, had fixed her to the ocean.
But in a minute she gan stir with a short, uneasy motion.
Backwards and forwards half her length, with a short, uneasy motion.
Then, like a pawing horse let go, she made a sudden bound.
Flung the blood into my head, and I fell down in a swound.
How long in that same fit I lay, I have not to declare. But ere my living life returned, I heard, and in my soul discerned, two voices in the air.
Is it he? Is this the man?
By him who died on cross, with his cruel bow he laid full low the harmless albatross. The spirit who bideth by himself in a land of mist and snow. He loved the bird, who loved the man, who shot him with his bow.
The other was a softer voice, as soft as honeydew.
The man hath penance done, and penance more will do.
But tell me, speak again, thy soft response renewing. What makes that ship drive on so fast? What is the ocean doing?
Still as a slave before his lord, the ocean hath no blast. His great bright eye most silently up to the moon is cast. If he may know which way to go, for she guides him smooth or grim. See, brother, see, how graciously she looketh down on him.
But why drives on that ship so fast, without or wave or wind?
The air is cut away before, and closes from behind. Fly, brother, fly! More high, more high! Or we shall be belated.
For slow and slow that ship will go, when the mariner's trance is abated.
I woke, and we were sailing on, as in a gentle weather. 'Twas night, calm night, the moon was high, the dead men stood together.
All stood together on the deck, for a charnel dungeon fitter. All fixed on me, their stony eyes, that in the moon did glitter. The pang, the curse, with which they died, had never passed away. I could not draw my eyes from theirs, nor turn them up to pray.
And now the spell was snapped. And once more, I viewed the ocean green, and looked far forth, yet little saw of what else had been seen. But soon there breathed a wind on me, nor sound, nor motion made. Its path was not upon the sea in ripple or in shape. Swiftly, swiftly flew the ship, yet she sailed softly too. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze, on me alone it blew.
O dream of joy, is this indeed the lighthouse top I see? Is this the hill? Is this the kirk? Is this mine own country?
The harbour bay was clear as glass, so smoothly it was strewn, and on the bay the moonlight lay, and the shadow of the moon.
And the bay was white, with silent light, till rising from the same full many shapes that shadows were, in crimson colours came. A little distance from the prow those crimson shadows were. I turned my eyes upon the deck.
O Christ, what see I there?
Each course lay flat, lifeless and flat.
Now by the holy rood,
a man all light, a seraph man, on every course there stood.
This seraph band, each waved his hand, no voice did they impart. No voice, but oh, the silence sank, like music, on my heart.
But soon I heard the dash of oars, I heard the pilot's cheer. My head was turned perforce away, and I saw a boat appear.
The pilot and the pilot's boy, I heard them coming fast.
Dear Lord in heaven,
it was a joy the dead men could not blast.
The Lord is my shepherd, all my want. He makes me lie in pastures green.
I saw a third, I heard his voice.
It is the hermit good. He singeth loud his godly hymns that he makes in the wood. He'll shrieve my soul, he'll wash away the albatross's blood.
The skiff boat neared, I heard them talk.
Why, this is strange, I trow. Where are those lights, so many and fair, that signal made but now?
Strange, by my faith, and they answered not our cheer. Their planks look warped, and see those sails, how thin they are, unsere. I never saw aught like to them, unless perchance it were grand skeletons of leaves that lag my forest brook along.
Dear Lord, it has a fiendish look.
I am afeard. Push on, push on.
The boat came closer to the ship, but I nor spake nor stirred. The boat came close beneath the ship, and straight a sound was heard.
Under the water, it rambled on, still louder and more dread.
It reached the ship, it split the bay, the ship went down like lead.
Stunned by that loud and dreadful sound, which sky and ocean smote.
Like one that hath been 7 days drowned, my body lay afloat.
But swift as dreams, myself I found within the pilot's boat.
Upon the whirl, where sank the ship, the boat spun round and round, and all was still, save that the hill was telling of the sound.
I moved my lips. The pilot shrieked and fell down in a fit. The holy hermit raised his eyes and prayed where he did sit.
I took the oars. The pilot's boy,
Who now doth crazy go, laughed loud and long, and all the while his eyes went to and fro.
Ha ha, oh me, full plain I see, the devil knows how to row.
And now, all in my own country, I stood on the firm land. The hermit stepped forth from the boat, and scarcely he could stand.
Oh, shrieve me, holy man.
The hermit crossed his brow.
Say quick, I bid thee say, what man of man art thou?
Forthwith this frame of mine was wrenched with woeful agony, which forced me to begin my tale, and then it left me free.
There was a ship.
Since then, at an uncertain hour, that agony returns. Until my ghastly tale is told, this heart within me burns.
I pass like night from land to land. I have strange power of speech. That moment that his face I see,
I know the man that must hear me. To him my tale I teach.
What loud uproar burst from that door! The wedding guests are there! And in the garden bow the bride, and the bridesmaids singing are, to hark the little vesper bell, which biddeth to me prayer.
O wedding guest, this soul hath been alone on a wide, wide sea. So lonely 'twas that God himself scarce seemed there to be.
Farewell, farewell. But this I tell to thee, thou wedding guest.
He prayeth best, who loveth best, all things both great and small.
For the dear God who loveth us, he made and loveth all.